It was a week that started with everything going wrong. To put it bluntly, everything fell apart. Honestly, I'm quite vulnerable to stress. Mental stress hits me physically almost immediately, and I soon end up sick in bed. I spent the whole day drinking only coconut juice and couldn't even get out of bed. I felt like I was barely hanging on. And right then, my dearest friend called, the one who always prays for me. After that call, I started bouncing back much faster. You know that feeling like the universe is somehow all connected? Now that I'm feeling better, I'm getting back into my routine. I can't completely untangle the mess, but I'm doing my best to manage what I can. I used to be a thoroughly plan-oriented person, someone who felt anxious unless I had simulated every possible outcome in advance. But the truth is, life as a whole isn't something I can fully control. And constantly planning ahead can actually ruin the quality of life in the present.
My journey, I just said I'm a researcher. I cannot tell everything. This is a kind of secret journey.
Doing very secretive.
I had a scheduled video call with Dee, my closest friend among my colleagues. We're truly close because we've even had our share of fights. That's when you know the friendship is real. 2 months ago, we stayed up talking loudly over beers at our regular hangout spot in Hong Kong until just before sunrise. Since then, I hadn't even shared my whereabouts with this friend. I knew that no matter what I shared, he would understand and support me, but I still needed some time to be cautious. Anyway, now this friend knows my whereabouts. I have an important day scheduled in early August. He's a reserved friend, but he packs a punch. When I heard he cleared a day for me in early August, my heart skipped a beat. Honestly, it's been quite a while since I started living entirely on my own terms, relying solely on myself. But I know better than anyone that no one can truly live alone. So these days, whenever I'm going through tough times, I just open up, talk things through, and get some comfort. Sharing tough feelings doesn't magically fix the situation, but it does give me a kind of strength that helps me get through it better. When I told my friend I was in Saigon, his first reaction made me laugh.
Surely you're not getting distracted by new friends while you're there, right?
Hey, this friend really knows me to the core. Anyway, after that video call, I felt a bit more at ease. It really lifted my spirits. Once I accepted that things had gone off track and tried my best to keep negative emotions at bay, my body finally began to recover properly. Just being able to distinguish between what I can and can't control really does make life feel simpler and lighter. We often associate passivity with something negative, but isn't true wisdom about balance. Knowing when to be active and when to be passive, that seems like one of the real skills of life. Looks like the real rainy season has begun in Ho Chi Minh City. It's been pouring down quite often lately. But then, the rain stops just as quickly. It pours down all of a sudden, and when it clears, the sky looks as if nothing ever happened. I'll go out for a walk to lift my spirits and pick up something nourishing to help me recover. Before coming to Ho Chi Minh City, I spent 2 months in Bali, and my biggest complaint there was the lack of walkable sidewalks. So I made walkability my top priority when choosing a place to stay here. When I'm feeling really unwell, I try to eat as lightly as possible. I was really craving berries today, so I finally decided to buy blueberries and strawberries. I also bought a whole watermelon, cut it up, and kept it chilled, doing my best to recover. The #1 rule of nomadic life is, don't get sick. Somehow, it's already Saturday again. When I was in Bali, I lived a 9 to 6 lifestyle. I had a co-working space membership, so I commuted there every weekday. Except for breakfast, I ate all my meals out. But after coming to Ho Chi Minh City and having a whole place to myself, I've been working from home and cooking simple meals on my own. Looks like once I move to District 4, I'll be back to the Bali lifestyle again. It's Saturday, and since E just got back from his trip to Thailand, I'm heading into the city center to meet up with some friends. One of the most precious and humbling aspects of this journey is meeting people who live incredibly brave and extraordinary lives. C and E are a couple enjoying a nomadic lifestyle after retirement. They completely let go of their settled life in the US and now travel lightly across the globe. Their way of living is so unique that even people around them sometimes find it hard to understand. But E waved it off firmly, saying it doesn't matter. Every choice is personal, and no two lives in this universe can ever be the same. So, the degree of difference should never be a problem. Though our time together was brief and we may never cross paths again, they left a deep impression on me. I truly admire their courage and send them all my best wishes. May their journey continue to be full of health, joy, and wonder. One of the biggest advantages of the nomadic lifestyle is the freedom and exposure to new experiences.
It says, here's for the YouTube.
But it also comes with clear downsides, mainly the sense of instability and emptiness that unfamiliarity brings. Just like a plant needs to take root in the ground to grow strong, people also need a sense of stability to feel at ease. That's why no matter how much we enjoy traveling, we still say there's no place like home the moment we return.
Iconic bronze drum in the past of Vietnam.
In nomadic life, this lack of rootedness is a critical challenge. Based on my experience over the past 4 months, I've realized that the key to overcoming it is connection. It's nearly impossible to fully absorb a place's history, culture, and language in a short time, but people are the living embodiment of all those things. Building relationships with them is like weaving yourself into the local fabric. One of the most important realizations from this journey is just how essential relationships are. The ability to form genuine connections with people in a new place seems to be the most powerful way to cope with the emotional downsides of a nomadic life. It's the last weekend, the last Sunday in District 9 of Ho Chi Minh City. I felt a strange mix of emotions. Maybe I've grown attached without even realizing it. Sensitive D, once again, he's come all the way out here on his own initiative. Today we had a special topic to talk about, so we were busy chatting, so I didn't have time to get sentimental. Recently, Dee recommended a light philosophical essay for me to read. The book clearly supports Dee's point of view, which is the complete opposite of mine. Since I studied philosophy, I really enjoy these kinds of discussions. Because this topic is about values, there's no real need to convince Dee, but I enjoy the process of explaining and defending my own opinion. I believe values are naturally diverse, and no single value system controls a person forever. Sometimes, things people say don't make sense at first, but come back later when the timing is right and influence how we think. Like a message we plant on a sunny day, only to reach someone much later when the time is right. That's why I find it so meaningful to share and listen to each other's perspectives. Honestly, throughout my life, my thoughts have never stayed fixed. They've always been shifting little by little, and values are the same. What I believe to be right or ideal can change at any time. Ultimately, a life enriched by diverse experiences and perspectives is a truly abundant one. Thanks to Dee, who came all the way out here, and our endless chatting, my last Sunday at Grand Park passed without a single gloomy moment. Dear my thoughtful friend Dee, thank you so much for your warm heart. Meeting you in Ho Chi Minh City was truly a stroke of luck. I'll be spending the rest of my time here as your neighbor before I leave. Let's make even more fun memories together. See you soon in District 4. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's episode. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. New episodes are on the way.